All right. Live once again. It's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. Uh, just about got everything situated. Got that load off and stuff I had to sit with for 4 days. What's going on, Texan Andrew? Uh, Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, that Unified boy, I don't know what's up with them folks, man. I mean, for them to be a food distribution place, I don't know what's up with them, man. But you're on your way to orientation. What the heck, man? And nothing, man. Finally got that load off this morning and stuff. Then I went over there to Truck I Do. What's going on with you? I took it over there to the shop, man, and dude, they weren't even messing around, dude. Let's see, the guy came in at 8 o'clock, right? The guy came in at 8 o'clock, and let's see, they pulled my truck in the shop around 8:30. So I figured, I said, well, shoot, it's probably gonna be a while before they get the transmission dropped and stuff. So I stuck around maybe about 15 minutes. Then I walked up there to the TA, to that IHOP, and right when the lady brought my food, that's when the shop called, said, man, we got the transmission dropped. Um, you had to wait 2 days to get a cam sensor. I mean, I don't know. It's a shortage on parts and stuff, man. Cause it was some stuff I was trying to order on my truck, man, and that's on back order for 40 days. But the dude went to work on my truck at 8:30 and 9:30. They had the transmission, the clutch, everything pulled out, and he showed me everything I needed. So. Um, the thing that bothered G Logistics was going on. The thing that bothered me, and see, that's the thing I kind of hate about this transmission right here and stuff. If you got a 16909, right, it's a 9 speed, conversion, right? And so when they took the transmission out, they thought I wanted to get the transmission upgraded to a 13, right? So he pulls me in there and stuff. Hey man, you want to upgrade this thing to a 13? I'm like, dude, it's already a 13. It's already a 13 and stuff. So they went over there. He had to talk. He had to go there and talk to the guy and stuff. But they was going based upon the number. And I'm like, you got the transmission tore down. You can look inside the transmission and see it's a 13, cause the the 9 speed don't have synchronizers. The 9 speed don't have synchronizers. The 13 does. But if you got the 16909, right, like I'm trying to think who Warner was the first. Warner was the company that they were the first ones and stuff to start running those 16909s and stuff, right? Like they were what they was doing when they was company trucks. When they was company trucks and stuff, they were 10 speeds and stuff, and so you had the 9 and 10 was an automatic, right? It'll shift in the 10 speed. Well, you put in 9 and then it'll shift into 10. So when they start selling the trucks and stuff, they put they'll go get the kits and stuff, which don't cost nothing, and they throw the kits in there and stuff, and then when they put them out there on the lot for sale, now you got a 13 speed and stuff, and so it pretty much raised the value of the truck, but it's a 16909, right? So they start doing them, then everybody else just start following right with it. So the only way you got a true 13 speed is if you got an own operated spec truck. If you got a A class model. Yeah, see, yeah, I mean, you know, it ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just uh, some people just don't know how to. Some people don't know how to. They don't know how to operate 13-speed transmission. And then you know, if you got the truck governed, if you got the truck governed, you don't need a 13 speed. If you got it set like you know, I think Warner was what 63 mile an hour. So the RPM stayed with about 15 RPM. So and the only thing it does, it just help you save fuel. That's it. So, um, but yeah, um, so shoot, I left the dude alone, and I think let's see. So that was at 9. Shoot, I called the Uber at 2 o'clock and stuff. I called the Uber at 2 o'clock. I told him, I said, I'll see him tomorrow. So, you know, he came in. So he pulled me in the shop and stuff. He said, man, you know, look, hey, I'm finished. You know, I'm finished and stuff, man. So, you know, he told me everything he did. But see, this the problem, this the thing that kind of bugged me though, is that um, he's saying that the gears are gonna be tight. You know, the gears gonna be tight and stuff, man. And so, you know, the thing I like about the Cascade is that it got a better swing on it than like the it got a better swing and stuff on the shifter than like the like I don't know why Freightliner after 2004 they didn't put no more swing on the shifter. I mean all this, you know, it was tight, almost like racing gears. So yeah, it wasn't a lot of swing on this stuff, and so you know, some people didn't like the swing. Some people didn't like the swing on the shifter because it made them. They say you know they started making mistakes and stuff on it and everything, you know. So Freightliner just, you know, they tried it out on the Columbia and everybody liked it. So then they just put it in everything. Cause it used to be the Columbia after 2000. I think like after '02, that's when they went to the more tighter shifting and stuff, right? And so then they rolled it over to the Century class. And so anything before '04 and stuff, right? If you know if you look it up, the shifter was real funny and stuff, right? It would come up and then kind of shoot in an angle and stuff, right? But it had one heck of a swing on it though. It had a real loose swing on it and stuff, man. So they tightened up the shifting and stuff like that. And so I'm hoping, man, you know, when he said that the gears are tight, I hope they ain't what he implying, cause it don't suck. But the dealership got me though. The Freightliner dealership, they got me cause I took a look at that. I took a look at that flywheel, man. That flywheel had so much of a. I mean, it was like it was like a bad brake pad, man. I mean, a bad brake drum. I mean, that thing had a real deep valley in it. Hold up, what you got? Yeah, I mean, yeah, preacher. It just, uh, you know, I had to, you know, I was just tired of driving. I was tired of driving that truck, man. Just skipping 3 and 7. Cause every time I get over there on, I'm gonna tell you, you really don't know how bad you need that 7 until you under something, you know, until you something under something heavy. Like every time they get me, I be over there in Marwar, New Jersey and stuff, where 287 and 87 split, and You know, I get on that 287 every time and stuff, man. It doesn't matter whether I got light load or heavy load and stuff. I mean, it's just, you know, it bogged down on power and stuff, right? So I need that 7. You know, I needed that 7 and stuff, man. I mean, I'm just all the way down. So you got to go from, you know, you got to go from 6. You know, you got to go from 6 to 9, right? And if you miss that 7, if you're on a straight shot, you're good to go and stuff. But you know, it's either your RPMs are either gonna be they either gonna be too high or they're gonna be too low. So, I mean, I just got tired of it, man. So, about 3 years ago, that's when I got the clutch put in on that truck there and stuff. And so, you know, one of Freightliner policies is that they supposed to, why they charge so much is because when they take the clutch and everything loose, they supposed to look at the flywheel and resurface it, right? They supposed to resurface it and stuff. And so at the time, the truck had, I think probably about 500,000 on it. They probably had 500,000 on the stuff, right? So it's either the flywheel just gonna be bad. It's either gonna be bad or they could probably resurface it. But they didn't do nothing, man. So I looked at that that flywheel was just done, man. So the clutch was done. The clutch was done. I mean, just the whole assembly, man. Just, you know, I didn't know how bad it was. You and Kenley spending money, yeah, over there in that chrome shop. Over there in that chrome shop and stuff, man. So they, you know, but they I just didn't know how bad a shape and stuff it was in. But so he got everything finished. He pulled me in there in the shop, right? He pulled me in there in the shop. He showed me the bill. He showed me the bill for $32.75, right? I'm like, shoot, I got happy as heck. I'm like, what? 32 cents for the whole, you know, for the whole setup. So I'm about to cut him the, you know, I was gonna go and cut the check and stuff, right, and then head on out of there. Well, you know, I still had to leave anyway and stuff, but I was gonna go and cut the check. I'm like, all right, well, shoot, it's better than what I expect. He's like, no, that 32, that's just for the 32 just for the rebuild, right? So it doesn't cover the clutch, the flywheel, all the little stuff they're gonna hit me up tomorrow then. So I got some more labor and stuff on top of that car. They got that 32 covers all the work he did to the transmission, you know. So what I should have asked him was if he charged me 10 hours and stuff, right? But I don't know if that 10 hours covered, if the 10 hours covered him actually taking the transmission out and stuff, then I'm in good shape. But if not, then then, you know, he said worst case scenario and stuff. This was before he even went to work on it. He said worst case scenario, you talking about $7,000. So I'm like, okay, you know. So he was knocking some stuff off, but you know, it's like $50 here, another $100. Like they got this thing called a convenience fee, right? They got this thing called a convenience fee. That's why I always pay with a check. That's why I always pay with EFS check, cause you know, you give them that bank card or your credit card and swipe it. They charge you $94 and stuff, man, for a convenience fee. So man, screw all that. They just cut you a check and be done with it. You know. So they waived that, and then it was another thing they kind of overcharged me on and stuff. But you know, I ain't saving probably about $150. So it's all on waste man do tomorrow and stuff, right? But honestly, I think they got the truck put back together. I just didn't stay down there long enough. You know, I didn't stay there long enough to wait around, cause they close at 6. They close at 6 and stuff, and I called the Uber at 2 o'clock. So I mean, they still had 4 hours. and um, it was another truck ahead. It was another truck ahead of me, but they were saying that truck was finished. He said, well, they about to pull that truck out, pull my truck back in, and so the transmission was assembled. So the only thing they got to do now is stuff is just put on the jacks. The flywheel's in already and stuff, right? So yeah, the flywheel's in already and stuff. So they just got to put the clutch and stuff back. You know what? Yeah, that's all they got to put the clutch back in there and throw the transmission in. And that's it. So yeah, they said I'll be out of here tomorrow by noon and stuff. So I mean, it's 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other cars. Everybody else was talking about. They need a week. They need 5. They need 5 to 7 days to do that and stuff. I'm like, the dude already got me squared away, so I'm like, yeah, it's costing me $7,000, right? I'm probably paying $2,000 more than what I pay somewhere else, but I'm still able to make money this week and stuff, cause I already got that one load delivered that was supposed to deliver last Friday, but so it's on this week payroll here and stuff. So once they get me situated tomorrow and stuff, then shoot, it's Wednesday. So I still got 3 more days to make some money. So it is what it is now and stuff. So now I just need to make the money back off that repair there and stuff. So I got another 3 weeks I gotta do. Let's see. When it's down, should you get everything done to it? Yeah. Yeah, he pretty much did everything and stuff. He said, the rear main seal is good, right? So, yeah, the rear main seal good, so it is what it is. It just the thing that bothered me is, if you I float my gears and stuff, right? And I float my gears and stuff, man, and so I was I was having problems and stuff, like it took a while for the clutch to engage, and so with them Cascadias, you can't change the brakes on them and stuff like the regular trans. I don't even know why, but you can change the brakes and stuff on all the other transmissions, but them Cascadias, man, ain't no brakes and stuff. So when you start having no issues there and stuff, man, you gotta go get, you gotta get the whole clutch changed. So you gotta get the whole clutch changed. So man, it's just, it's straight now. It's just, for the amount of miles and stuff that I got on the truck and the work that I did on it, it's just, it was very disappointing and stuff, man, to see them take it apart and see what that clutch and that flywheel look like. So, but like I say, it is what it is now. So, but yeah, if everything goes straight. Yeah, everything goes straight and stuff, man. I can't see them screwing that up, Then of course it got a year's warranty on and stuff like that. So, but yeah, them guys and stuff, man. They don't play around over there. They don't play around. I'm like, man, shoot, they just, hey, it's just everything. Okay, we got this done and stuff. All right, let me go and pull this other truck in here, get him situated. It wasn't nobody sitting around doing nothing. It was just the only time they stopped you know, the only time they stop is when the only time they stop is like when Fleet Pride, you know, when Fleet Pride show up and stuff, the parts people show up. Other than that, man, they just, everybody around there doing something. Okay, I got this truck here. I got this truck in and stuff. We're going to pull yours out so we don't jam the bay up. You know, he over there, you know, he doing your transmission. So, you know, only thing we got to do wait on him. And I mean, they turn trucks apart, I mean, stripping them down, just, I mean, you know, they just, bro, they round there, I mean, they round there, they working and stuff like that. I mean, you know, dude had me kind of pushed, you know, he had me kind of took him back, because I thought, when he said, you know, he said the transmission, man, I'm thinking like, you know, shoot, I'll probably be there a couple of days. I mean, they just, bro, you know, if I would have stayed, if I would have stayed down there, they probably would have got me out of today. If I would have stayed down, I couldn't take it no more. You know, I couldn't take it no more, man. Hold on, what you got? Let's see. I'd rather pay the extra. Yeah, exactly, cause man, I mean, it just, you know, it sucks to be down and stuff. Like, you know, even in this, you see this motel I got here and stuff, and I got this one because, you know, for them to have all those truck stops down there and stuff, they don't have no motels down there. You know, I had to come all the way back up here. So, you know, it's $60 a night in and stuff, right? I'm like, shoot, I ain't feeling that, cause I don't smoke, and they got me in a smoking room. So, you know, but hey, it is what it is, you know. Yep, it is what it is. So, it's got things wrapped up. So now, with this done and stuff, I can really start, you know, I ain't gotta feel as bad and stuff. Like, I mean, you know, I understand I went to California and stuff, right? But see, now I can actually go without sacrificing nothing. Like, man, you know, shoot, dude, you know, I just kept putting it off and stuff. You right. I don't know. I don't know, Brandon. I mean, you know, shoot, dude. Hey, if you can get it, man. You'll find some room for it. I mean, you'll find some room for it and stuff, man. I mean, shoot, the pickings been kind of slim. Hey, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Get this food. Hey, you on?
Appreciate it, man. You have a nice night, man.
You too. Okay. All right. So, hey, if you can get it, get it. Oh man, I gotta lock this door. Hold up. Hey. Yep. So that's it there and stuff, man. I can start planning some real vacations, man, and stuff, like, you know, shoot. That's one of the things I want to do, man. It's going back. Let's see. Bro, please explain to me why own operators be stunting until the truck break down. Not talking about you because you humble, but I know a lot of own operators that move different. Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. Let me take that first question. I mean, you know, social media, right? It's all on what you make it, right? It's all on what you make it. And see, we talking about first generation wealth builders. So, we got to come to a realization that this occupation right here is the first time that anybody's really had any kind of real legit money, right? Legit money. Or I'm going to just say, I ain't going to even say legit money. It's just, that's the first time that you ever had money, period. There's nothing to be ashamed about that. But you see, when you come from, you come from a place, a lot of us and stuff was raised in poverty. And I'm not even going to say poverty. It's just we come from situations where we wasn't able to do certain things and stuff growing up and stuff. And so this job gives us the opportunity to get out here and do certain things and stuff. But, now you got to remember is that, see, everything else you got to go to school for, right? And see, being an owned operator, it ain't no classes. There's no classes for being an owned operator. So nobody's telling you the importance and stuff of putting up money. Grind now, stunt later. Nobody's telling you that and stuff, right? And so, it's true. A lot of people out here are making the money and stuff that they claim and stuff, right? The settlements and stuff, but they put it all in the wrong spot. They put it all in the wrong spot. And see, when in business, it feel like the walls are closing in on you and stuff, and they ain't what it is. It's just when you neglect to do your duties as a business person, then it feels like the walls are closing in on you and stuff. So when we start talking about putting away an escrow and stuff like that, people got every single excuse in the book why they ain't gonna do it. Cause they figure, okay, somebody gonna take my money. Somebody gonna take my money. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, it could be something, just something minor. But see, they, as a business person, there's not. We don't have a lot of well, we're working on that now and stuff, right? But there was no communication. It was, hey, you made a settlement for $3,000. What you gonna do? And then it started coming in consistently. But you thinking that the truck and stuff is just gonna hold up like it's supposed to, and then you like I said, you just neglect it. A lot of guys, like see back in the day. They still kind of doing that now and stuff, right? You look at them, man, and see they clothes and stuff all fresh. They got the fresh pair of J's and stuff like that. They driving an S5 Benz or a BMW, but then when they go to their truck, when they go to their equipment, then you see the truck, you see the truck and stuff, man. The airbags and stuff, and the shocks all tore up and everything. They got duct tape. They won't even wash the truck. They buying recap tires and all that other stuff there. Buggy ball slicks. But see, they staying in a $200,000, $500,000 house, and then they got, they driving the truck and they ain't got no AC in it. It ain't got no air conditioning and stuff. So, it's just, we feel as though that when you got the money, right? When you got the money, I better just go ahead and take care of me now, right? It's the same thing like, I'm gonna get to that question in a minute. I'm gonna get to that one in a minute, Stuck. I'm gonna address that too. It's just like how people be, like the W-2, well, when it's time, when tax season come around, everybody get all happy in tax season. You get this great big lump sum, of money. You go out there and then, you just spend it frivolously and stuff, right? And then you got the rest of the year and stuff to reflect on that bad decision that you made and stuff. And now your credit all jacked up, that sort of thing there. So, we don't take things seriously we don't take things seriously on the a lot of it has to do with the way we're raised. but that sort of thing there. But see, you know, in trucking, that's all it is. It's just, this is the opportunity for you to make some real money. You know, you got a skilled trade now and stuff. And so you start to make the money, but nobody's telling you how to invest your money the right way and stuff. So then you run into the issue where your truck break down, and, you know, and now the world is coming to an end, you know. The world's coming to an end and stuff. See, when I jumped out of my 07, when I got out of my 07 into this 13, what everybody kept talking about was the emissions. They said, man, the emissions going to be the biggest issue, the emissions. So, you know, I prepared myself for such. So when the time came and stuff, you know, they presented me with the bill. I didn't like it, but I just went and paid it. And the thing, you know, people looking around and they surprised by the fact, okay, you're going to pay this bill? Yeah, because I was prepared for it. You know, I was prepared for it and stuff, man. I knew it was going to happen eventually, and it came up, and that's what it was. But, you know, you live and learn and stuff like that. But, you know, that's the thing, though. When they presented me with that bill for $8,000, I just had, the only thing I had to do was just go over there and cut them the check, and that was it. Now, yeah, I mean, I was disappointed, but, you know, it ain't that I got to go over here and start scratching and scraping and stuff and borrowing and all that other stuff there. You know, I had the money, and I had to pay it. And so, you know, you want to get everybody up to speed and stuff about the importance of putting away money, you know. But people just keep making excuses, man. Oh, well, you know, somebody gonna take my money, somebody gonna steal my money, and so on and so forth and stuff. And, you know, and these things are important. You know, you don't have, you're in a lease program, you don't have no credit. Your credit's jacked up, but you won't do anything to fix your credit. You know, you won't do anything to fix your credit and stuff. You won't put any kind of money and stuff away. So then when we tell people, okay, well, be a company driver, now that's being disrespectful and talking to them negatively, when I'm saying, no, I want you to succeed, but you got to come to a conclusion that you're not good with money management. You're not good with managing your money and stuff, man. That's one of the key components of being successful. That's one of the key components of being successful and stuff. So, you know, you just, if you don't manage your money correctly, then when situations come up and stuff, man, it's gonna feel like the walls closing in on you. You know, I've been in those positions. I know how I felt and stuff, man. You know, I know how I feel to borrow money and stuff like that. People sitting there cussing you and fussing you out and speaking to you differently. I'm like, you know, I don't have that problem no more. You know, I don't have that problem no more and stuff, man. So, you know, and some things and stuff, you know, people are always in your business anyway and stuff. So, you know, I just show them. Yeah, I keep my escrow at the place that I'm leased at. I don't keep it in no bank or nothing. I keep it right there at the company, so they know what I got. You know, and my thing is, it's all about business at the end of the day, cause they gonna want to know anyway. So I'm just removing the curiosity aspect of it and stuff, and letting you know, hey, listen, hey, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So when my stuff is down, all I'm telling you is that, hey, man, listen, I'm you know, I'm gonna be down for a few days and stuff, and that's that. But I ain't coming to you to borrow no money or nothing. Just don't plan me on anything. You know. Let's see. Truck 100. He was saying. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, buying. Okay. Buying. Let's see. By 2040, it's going to be illegal to drive diesel trucks. So this is the truck. This is the truck owners going to do one with the diesel truck. Let's see, 2040. You're not going to be allowed to drive diesel truck in New York, electric only. Okay, all right. I know what you're saying and stuff. They got a saying that when California goes, so does the country. I'm pretty sure y'all heard that and stuff. When California goes, so does the country. Okay, now it's a good thing in theory. It's a good thing in theory. the problem is that, all right, they were supposed to make trucks zero emissions, and what happened? They made the emissions problem go. The emissions, they came out with something, but it's not a solution, because you see that with the emissions, it got more the emissions create more problems than does solutions. You're supposed to be removing pollutants and all the other stuff there. I understand that. But you see, it's up to the engineers and the architects and stuff, man, to create something to where it has to be efficient all the way around. You got trucking well, you just had that company Million, right? You just had that company Million. They sued, International because of the emissions. He bought 200 some odd trucks and stuff, right? To be what was that, Smart Way technology and stuff like that, where they were supposed to be giving you incentives for your company and stuff to go green. So, International came to Million, and he bought 200 some odd trucks with the Max Force engine, and the trucks just continued to put them down and create problems and stuff and so on and so forth, and he had to sue the company, and he won the lawsuit. That truck company Million, they won the lawsuit for $40 million. But just to have that decision reversed when they took it to the appellate courts in Tennessee, they reversed the decision and stuff. So, here it is, a company, you bought 200 some odd trucks from International, and they sold you faulty equipment, and now, due to understanding the contract, about selling the equipment and everything and stuff, you just out that money. You got 200 some odd trucks, and you want to be compliant, you want to be efficient, but the technology just isn't there. So, we're up here having the discussions and stuff, man, about issues on how to deal with the emission system. When, if you have a problem with the emissions, you should be able to take your truck, just like you got a problem with anything else with your equipment. Okay, I have an emission issue, let me take it over here, get it fixed, and then go on up the road. Because if it can be done and can be fixed efficiently, wouldn't nobody have no problem. Wouldn't nobody have a problem and stuff. But man, when you sit over here spending $8,000, $9,000, and $10,000 and stuff, right, to get a repair done and stuff, and then it's not working, you going right back in there, and they're not warranting. They don't give you no warranty or nothing like that. And they're telling you, hey man, it's gonna cost you another 10 grand. Like my truck, for instance. My truck is I bought from Lone Mountain, $57,000. And the key thing is that any piece of equipment that you purchase, if you got 30% of the value of the truck in repairs, then what you just bought was, you just bought something, you heading towards failure. You bought a problem, 30% of the value of the truck. So, I mean, and like I said, the truck, even with the emission system and stuff, right? You got, the value of the truck doesn't hold worth nothing. I mean, well, it probably holds something now because of the economy and stuff like that. But, other than that, they didn't offer me anything. But that's the conclusion of the matter, is that, hey, I'm all for it if the engineers and the architects and stuff, man, can create something to where you're not spending large sums of money and stuff on something and it's not effective. You get any truck and stuff, it's 5 years, and after 5 years, then you're supposed to scrap the whole truck because of the emissions. You can't fix this something, but you want it mandated in all the equipment. So I mean, yeah, it's it's something to look out for, but it's all on the engineers and stuff like that. And see, that's why the other thing I don't really concern myself with is like autonomy. Self-driving trucks and stuff like. I don't worry myself with that either, because it's just, if it's anything, people prefer to buy older equipment. And why? Because the equipment is more reliable. The equipment is more reliable than the new stuff. You got just every day and stuff, man. Somebody's posting something. I just got my truck and I got this issue right here and stuff, and now your truck going in the shop, and they got your truck in there for almost a month. Yeah, I mean it's too much. It's too much components. It's too much components right now to where things still have to be man-made. Now, don't get me wrong. Eventually, it's going to go to autonomy. It's going to be completely autonomous, just like the elevator and stuff. You used to have to have, elevator. Used to have to have elevator operators and stuff, but they work with the technology and stuff like that. But again, you're talking about an elevator and stuff, right? It doesn't have any kind of part, any kind of moving parts, engines and tires and diesel fuel and those moving components and stuff that you got to have a person to actually do, So eventually, we're talking about, years and stuff, man. So they got to get the technology right, and from what I'm seeing, it's just, yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's not something. It's not something to be taken lightly. It's not something to be taken lightly and stuff. It's just, that's why I tell people don't squander your opportunity. Because once upon a time there were jobs out here that required people to go over there and do those certain things. But when they was making all this good money, like these automotive factories and stuff, right? When they was in there in the factories and stuff making all that good money, they wasn't putting the money and stuff away. They were just going out here and doing just like what the own operators and stuff are doing now, or the people in the lease program, what they're doing now. They just take the money and just spend it, and they ain't investing in and stuff. I mean, but people are now, the economy and the economical situations are now getting to a point to where investment is something, it's a real thing now. Understanding the stock markets and stuff like that, investing in the money market and everything, that's a real thing now, because the information is there. You got people and stuff that's out here that helps you, financial literacy and stuff, So it used to be, financial literacy used to be a condition. Ignorance of financial literacy used to be a condition. See, now it's a choice. Now it's a choice and stuff. So see, if you don't do the right things with your money and stuff, then see that's a choice. And so, that's why I'm telling people now, hey, if you're making money now, yeah, hey, get the money. Because these opportunities ain't gonna always be here. You know what I'm saying? Your opportunities ain't gonna always be here and stuff. When I was 20 years old, I didn't, going to get a medical card and stuff. That wasn't nothing. That was just a waste. It was a waste of time, waste of money. But see now, you're talking to 41-year-old Red Rooster. So when I go to get my medical card and stuff like that, like they say, man, my blood pressure sometimes be elevated, So you got 20 years of stuff of eating cheeseburgers and fried chickens and stuff like that, and always drinking sodas and all that other stuff there. So, I'm not diabetic or anything, but, those things take a toll. And so now, where I used to just go in there and stuff and just get a medical card, no problem. Now, it's a thing I actually worry about. You see, that comes with time. You got to do that every 2 years. Doesn't matter how long you got your CDLs. It's just it's a lot of people in there now. They looking at these things a little bit more harder than they used to be. You just went in there and stuff. Okay, cough. They didn't even check for hernias. See, now they just, man, they checking you up and down and stuff. If they can give you a colonoscopy and stuff like that, they'll do that. I mean, but I mean that's what it is. So don't squander your opportunity is what I'm saying. Don't squander your opportunity, because see, these opportunities now and stuff, they not, when we look later on and stuff, man, it's not gonna be here. We're gonna be moved on to something else. And if you don't have the money now, if you're not getting the money and stuff now, when the opportunities become available for you to make that move in there, to make that transition, you can't go. You can't go. You just sit there and be stuck. Man, talk about what you should have did, and what you should have did, what you could have, that nonsense there and stuff. I ain't doing that. I mean, just make sure you got your finances and stuff in order, cause there's nothing wrong with having the finer things in life. It's not. It's just don't, like what my master teacher said, what he taught me and stuff, Mr. Casanova 601. Don't grind before your time. He did a whole video on that. Don't grind before your time. Well, don't shine before your time. Excuse me. Don't shine before your time. Let's see what y'all got. Facts. Great reply. I only asked because I know you would give a grown man answers. I asked other owned operators, and he just flipped on me. Thanks for giving real definition answers and stuff. I mean, yeah, listen, grown people gotta do grown people gotta do grown folk stuff, and that's it. You gotta understand. You gotta understand something, right? When people like to be taught, they like to be taught with. I'm trying to talk with you. That's the position people want to be in, right? I want to talk with you, and that ain't it. I gotta talk at you, and see, when I'm talking at you and stuff, yeah, it is a position. It is a position of superior inferior, because your knowledge is inferior, and the person who has the knowledge is superior. So you got to humble yourself to that knowledge. A lot of people don't want it. A lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people don't want to do that, and they wind up missing the lessons and figure, okay, well, I'm gonna just figure it out on my own and stuff. And some people are successful, but the process could have been expedited had they just humbled themselves to a person who was in that superior position that could have gave them that time, that was willing to give them that knowledge and stuff, right? But they didn't like the fact that, oh, well, this person is talking at me. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is and stuff, because, see, the reason why he's talking at you is because they're preventing you from going through the pitfalls and stuff of what they had to go through, And those times that they went through and stuff was very rough times. They were very hard times and stuff, man. And so, it's not, they actually care about your situation that much and stuff to where they trying to prevent all these things from happening. But, at a time, when you wasn't eating, when you wasn't able to pay your bills and stuff like that, when people were turning their back on you and stuff, and you're being disrespected, when you had to sleep in your car, when you had to sleep in your car and stuff, you didn't have nowhere to rest your head and stuff like that. It seemed like everybody was putting their foot on putting their foot on your neck. Those are very serious. Those are some very serious times and stuff. And so, to prevent that from happening, they gotta talk at you. So that's the thing there and stuff, man, is that, hey, look, it's a real serious thing out here, So they got to talk at you. They can't talk with you, because, see, when they talk with you, that's what equals do. When you're on my level and stuff, yeah, I can talk with you, we can talk with each other, because, we're giving and exchanging ideas and stuff, but we're on the same level of saying, okay, listen, you want to get this thing on and popping, let's do it. Okay, I got my money and stuff. You got your money. Let's go over here. See, now we're talking with each other on the aspect of business. But when I'm established and you're not established, when I'm established and you're not established, right? Then you see, let me be the teacher. Let me be the teacher and stuff, because you're coming to me with the intention, I'm hoping, of getting the information and stuff, man, so that you can apply it in your business and be successful. Because you're looking at me and saying, well, and you got a lot of, and a lot of people got a lot of good words like, hey, Rooster, I want to be like you, man. I want to be like you and stuff. Okay, well, if you want to be like me, all right, let me give you the one-on-ones. Let me give you the one-on-ones and stuff, Kyle. There's nothing, the only thing you can tell me is, what's your current situation, but you can't tell me about the business. You can't tell me about the business and stuff, because you ain't been in it. And when you're in that position right there and stuff, you know, you understand time is money. And so time is money. So when people sit there and give you the game, when they giving you the game and stuff, you know, you gotta, hey, be thankful for that, because, you know, like, look, a lot of people just don't, hey, they just know they probably tried to help a few people and stuff like that, and they just took what they said for granted. You know, so that's the thing there and stuff, is that, I mean, you know, people can be doing anything with their time, right? But they saying, well, you know what? Let me give my time, energy, and resource to those and stuff, man, who want it. You know, so that's why I say, that's why I build my channel based upon information. I'm not out here to entertain and stuff like that. That's why I don't have a lot of trolls in the chat room. You know, I don't have a lot of trolls and stuff getting at me and everything and stuff, because they ain't got time. See, information, when you disseminate information and stuff, man, people ain't got time to be sitting there listening. That's what's going to separate those who want business and those who don't. You know, you want to be entertained and stuff, you're going to go over there to the entertainment forum, and that's that. You know, or they'll try to interject themselves and stuff. You know, the trolls will come and say, well, yeah, let me see if I can put some things and stuff up here to try to throw the whole thing off and make it about entertainment. So they'll say, well, how you feel about this driver right here? Because I heard he was saying some stuff about you, you know, and now the whole thing is thrown off. The whole energy is thrown off and stuff. So, you know, say, hey, look, you know, just like the last person that tried to come up here and, you know, he tried to do some trolling. He didn't get that. The only work he got and stuff was for me to help him in his current situation. Unfortunately, he didn't listen. You know, he didn't listen to stuff, man. And so, you know, when he went after you know how they say, when you go after the king, you better not miss. Let's see what y'all got. It's got Trucker Lee. Autonomy will just help, like the airplanes. It'll help or not replace. Right. Let's see. You got a plan now, so we can all be out of trucking before trucking control themselves. Right. I mean, you know, just like, you know, if you take a look around and stuff, like these gas stations and stuff, right? Like these gas stations, I seen something, they said, and really, when you look at it, right, nothing is 24 hours no more that's, you know, that's manned by people and stuff. It's not 24 hours anymore. So when you look at the gas stations, right, you know, the gas stations can run themselves. So then they got the store closed off, and they saying if you want something in the store, you just go to the store. It's a giant vending machine. You know, you want potato chips, candy, you know, cigarettes and stuff like that. You just put your order and stuff in, pay for it, and then it just dumps it out. So now you don't have to worry about going to the stores no more. You don't have to worry about stores being robbed, that sort of thing there, right? You know, you had to have, you know, people going in there and, you know, shift change, and, you know, they got to mop the floors and clean the bathrooms and stuff. Like, ain't no more of that. You know, that's something and stuff, you know, that was an entry-level job and stuff, but see, that job is no more. You know, it's just one person to come in and stock up, and that's it. The vendors do that. They just go and stock up and everything, and that's that. And then somebody come in and collect the money. They ain't got to collect the money. They just, you know, you just swipe it and it's on the account. That's it. You know, so they moving away from cash. They moving away from cash. You know. Let's see what else we got up here. On my way to the yard with my truck. Okay. TV done got that. Hey, remind me again, what kind of truck you get again on TV? Forgot what kind of truck you got. Let's see. Truck drivers going to lose regardless. Let's say that they did switch over to electric trucks. Do you know how many hours it's going to take to charge them batteries? Right. Cause you know, it's just like I said, when people, when you look at the product that's being produced now, people ain't putting no time. They trying to get the second the product comes out here and stuff, man. They saying, okay, does it? What kind of efficiency does it have? Oh, it's 2%. All right, fine. Let's mass produce it and put it on out there. You know, let's put it on out there and stuff. Okay, a 16. Okay, all right. Okay. But yeah, if it got a point, if it got a point 50%, a point 50% efficiency, let's mass produce it and put it on out there and stuff, right? And so, you know, people are gonna jump at it and stuff like that, and then a lot of things that are mass produced and stuff, they just wind up failing because, you know, people are just so quick to try to be in front of something, and they're not looking at the overall efficiency and stuff. That's why a lot of people moving towards, you know, when people purchasing cars and stuff, they want to go toward all the older stuff that people used to take time, you know, manufacturing and stuff like that. Nobody really wants a new car like that. It's just, you know, if somebody's getting a new car and stuff because they cut you a good deal on it. They cut you a real good deal and stuff, and you just couldn't resist. But for the most part, everybody's always looking for the older vehicles. They looking for the older vehicles and stuff. Hey man, listen, I'll go ahead and get this thing fixed up here. Cause the new stuff, it ain't cutting it. You know, you get a pickup truck and then you got the same emission problems as like the 18-wheeler. You know, I got a pickup truck and it's derating because something wrong with the emissions, and then you take it over here to the dealership, and then they keeping your car, they keeping your, you know, your pickup truck and stuff, you know, for about a week and 2 weeks and stuff like that. You ain't going for that. And you making payments on something that you can't drive. You know, you making payments on something you can't drive. You get sick of it. Keep going to the dealership every time you turn around. You know, my pickup truck done derated. You know, now they got microchip shortages and all that other stuff there and everything. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that. Like, hey man, look, let me just get something that ain't got all this stuff in it, right? And I'll just deal with it that way. But that's the only reason why people get new cars. Not because they enjoying them or saying, hey man, you know, you're not enjoying it. You're not having, you know, it used to be you got something and you enjoyed it. You just got it because, hey man, it was just a real good deal on it. It was a real good deal I couldn't pass up. You know. Let's see what else you got. Mr. Dale again. If someone to talk down to me, then they can do something else with their time. Yeah, it was just like I was saying, man. It's just, you know, we got it when you try to learn, you got to have a posture of learning. You got to have a posture of learning. You know. You got to have a posture of learning and stuff, man. Cause like I said, it's some people, I just didn't listen to them because I didn't like them. But you know, I just learned, you know, it's a lot of information being disseminated and stuff, you know, from people. And like I said, I do not like them personally. I personally, you know, that's just, I'm saying in my, you know, with me doing research on things and stuff, you know, besides trucking, there's a lot of other stuff I do research on. And some people I just don't like. But I listen to them and stuff, you know, just to see what they got, you know, because information is power. And so, you know, but you got to be in a posture where you're ready to learn, you know, even if you don't like the individual or the way that they disseminate the information, you know, because if they're doing something correctly, right? If they're doing something correctly, if it's working, okay, all right, you know, this is where we got to start humbling ourselves and stuff like that and say, well, all right, let me listen, even though I don't like the individual, you know. Let me listen and get this information. Oh, Richardson Carry. The transmission. It was, the transmission was something that I had to do. It was something in the works and stuff, man. I just put off for a very long time. So, you know, the truck still functioned either way and stuff. Is just I kept putting it off because I just wanted to find somebody that, if I could fix it and they can do a good job. I can take it to them, they can do it, and I ain't got to worry about seeing them no more because, every person I talked to and stuff, man, they were talking about, they just had something different to say. Like, well, I can fix your transmission, but they saying, well, I'm gonna take you drop the truck off here, and then somebody else is gonna come pick it up, and they gonna fix it, and then they gonna bring it back. Like, no, look, I want all my stuff done in one place. That's it. I don't want, I'm dropping it off at your place, and then somebody taking it across town and stuff like that. Cause then people want to get curious and stuff like that. They see certain things going on with the equipment, and like, okay, well, what's up with this? I don't want him putting no laptops or hooking it up and all the other stuff there. I already had a person sat there and do it, so you ain't got to touch my ECM for nothing, But just everybody had something different to say and stuff. And so, this guy here was talking business. He was talking, he was a person of his word. And, I just had to do it. I had to get down with him. Unfortunately, it's just this repair comes with a pretty hefty price tag and stuff. But, like that old saying go, if you want something done good and fast, it ain't gonna be cheap. If you want something done, you say you want something done cheap, and if you want something done cheap and good, it ain't gonna be fast. And if you want to do it cheap and fast, it ain't gonna be good. So, Let's see what happened to the corn shortage. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's they every time you turn around, there's always a shortage on something. Just like somebody had the nerve. Somebody had the nerve to talk about certain things can't get delivered. Right? They was talking. It was on. I was watching Fox News today. And so they was doing a segment about women in the industry. A lot of women and stuff, are getting into the trucking industry. That's nothing new. That's nothing new and stuff. I mean, the trucks are they're more easy to manage. They're more easy to manage and stuff. I mean, it's not like you ain't got to worry about going through 13 years, 18 years, or nothing like that. So, it's just the trucks, the trucks of the day and stuff, they're just more easy to manage and stuff. And so, with a lot of the, with the job market and stuff being the way it is and stuff like that, a lot of people are considering trucking. It used to be really, women. You didn't see a lot of women in it and stuff like that because they, it's kind of hard to drive a truck, and you're the primary caretaker of your children. There's nobody there to watch your children, but it's just like I said, I know a woman. She got 5 kids. No, she got 6 children now and stuff, and she drives trucks. But that's because, of course, her husband watches the children while she go out there and stuff and drive. So it's it's more easier to get into the industry and stuff, And so, I ain't gonna say it's always been, it's always been an open place and stuff for women to get into the industry. They always, even when I first started, if a woman came, she always got the best equipment. She got out here, it was always, she got the brand new truck and stuff like that. And like I said, nothing wrong with it. It's just, it was a rarity. Just like engineers, a lot of engineers and stuff. You don't see a lot of women engineers. You see them more now. You see them more now and stuff, but So Fox News was doing a segment about women in the trucking industry and stuff like that. And so the thing I found funny is that they saying that the trucking, is such a shortage that the stuff that they order, she don't get it delivered at the time it's supposed to be delivered and stuff, right? And so, it just made me think about what happened over the week, to me over the weekend and stuff when I was supposed to make that Friday delivery. Now, the reason why I don't really stress too much about appointment times and stuff is because the thing is that, they gave me a 1:30 appointment time, right? I didn't get there till 3 o'clock. They told me no, they're not gonna take me and stuff. So this morning, or with this morning stuff. Now, my appointment again was at 1:30. And so I get checked in at 12:30. Now this the unifying stuff over here in Atlanta, where they make you park over there on the side of the road and all that stuff there. Now I check in at 12:30. They don't call me to get in the door until 3:30. Till 3:30 and stuff. So I'm sitting there a whole 3 hours. I'm sitting there a whole 3 hours and stuff, and I'm like, okay, now they give you an hour window and stuff, right? But it's not like they calling you the second you get there. You got to wait on the side of the road and stuff, and then they'll call you and stuff like that. But I'm like, they waited until 3:30, and then this last time I came in was 3 o'clock. When so they could have just, all right, well, you here, but they claimed they were so busy and stuff and so bagged up that they couldn't work me in. And so, you in a situation like that and stuff, so, here it is. Now, I got this load that was supposed to deliver on Friday. I got to hold it all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Hold on, what you got, Mr. Miller? You heard about the 27th truck shutdown. I remember watching a video you did about a year ago. You were the only, yeah, exactly. I'm not, all that stuff there. When they start talking about shutdowns and all this stuff there, that's why I didn't go to Washington D.C. because I say, what's the agenda? What's the agenda? And they never have any kind of solid agenda. And then when they actually get the attention of the FMCSA or Congress or whatever stuff, they putting out stuff, they talking about things that you shouldn't be talking about. Why? They say, well, see, that's the reason why the industry is regulated. Because you putting things out that you shouldn't be talking about. So nobody's on, there's not a, people are not on code, right? You're not on code. And when you're not on code and stuff, man, I can't work with you. I shut down and stuff, and I knew that people weren't gonna participate in it. The black smoke matters. I knew they weren't gonna do nothing. It wasn't effective then. It wasn't effective any other time and stuff, because anytime you ask them what the agenda is and stuff, they never have a solid agenda. Never. And then when they finally get the people's attention, which I'm saying, I say my conclusion that a lot of these guys and stuff, they just, they put, they dare to actually harm the industry and harm a lot of stuff that we talk about in the industry that really affects us. When you had Abe, Run Hard Get Paid and stuff, when he did his segment up there on CNN, he did his segment up there on CNN and stuff. I'm like, man, I just think he was just paid to do that. The stuff that he was talking about, man, it was very counterproductive. It made us look real bad. But he still went on national TV and stuff and, did his thing and stuff like that. Ike Stevens, they was watching Ike Stevens channels and stuff like, when they did the little, when they did the little segments and stuff, to bring attention to the industry, they was looking at Ike Stevens' channel. That's why he got so popular. And so what was he posting up? Bonehead truckers. he was posting that up and stuff. And so, you know, when they look at us, they get the most negative aspects of the industry, or they get a lot of people that really don't know what they're talking about, and then they project them out here and stuff, and then, you know, and then a lot of regulation and stuff that get passed or whatever is based upon people who really ain't got any kind of insight or knowledge about the industry, you know, how you can really get things done, how you can really get down to the business. And it's very disappointing and stuff, you know, to have a platform like that. But, you know, that's what happens when you go get entertainers. You know, so this is where if people are really serious and stuff, then, you know, hey, we need to get with the ones and stuff, you know, come up with a code of conduct and stuff. That way, when people come up and start asking you questions, you automatically on code. You ain't gonna say things and stuff out of pocket. And if anybody does, you can go ahead and you can correct it. Okay, well, he's not a part of the industry. He just a troublemaker, interloper. We don't do that. It's just anybody just gets up there and stuff and they say any old little thing and they get all passionate and stuff like that when the name of the game is about the business. And you ain't about the business and stuff, man. You know, you just a joke. They ain't gonna take you seriously. Why should they? They know where you stand and stuff. They know where your mindset is. And so, okay, we'll just have another truck. We'll have a driver appreciation day. You know, we'll do a little barbecue and stuff like that and everything, and give you corn on the cob and stuff like that, and give you a pat on the head and let you know that, well, without y'all and stuff, man, America will just shut down. You know, to get your morale up and stuff, just to go back out here, and the problems that you have are still, you know, they still present. You didn't get anything solved and stuff, right? But, you know, you just had a good time at the trucking appreciation. Okay, well, hey, they're giving us free bottles of water and soap and stuff like that, balloons and T-shirts. But they ain't talking about the business. They ain't talking about the money. What they gonna do and stuff, man, to ease up the regulation and stuff so that people can operate without having to run like a chicken with their head cut off. You know, so when they start getting at me with stuff like that, you know, real business propositions and stuff, you know, instead of all this nonsense, then yeah, I'll participate in it. I'll shut down and do whatever's needed and necessary, because I know that if I'm doing it, then everybody else and stuff is doing the same thing. So it's not like, okay, well, I ain't moving and I ain't got to worry about this man over here moving either. But, you know, I shut down and stuff, and then, well, I can do my load and his load too. You know, an opportunist. Man, shoot, I don't know why y'all shut down. I done made all this money. Y'all sitting at the house and stuff, right? But, you know, we ain't sitting there because we lazy or whatever. We trying to get things done. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Ike been in this thing for a long time. He been in it for a long time, right? So, you know, 100,000 and stuff like that. I mean, he been in a long time, but he is one of the reasons. He and some others and stuff are the reason why some of these regulations actually got passed, because they were taking their sound feeds and stuff and putting it up there and saying, wow, see, this is what these truckers and stuff are doing, you know? Because I understand it's things that we do in the industry that, you know, can really upset each other and stuff. But, you know, hey, we keep that amongst ourselves, you know, because all these other industries and stuff like, they ain't giving you no insights and stuff about what's going on in there, because they're not gonna let outsiders come in or interlopers come in and regulate what they do. And they make more money than us, but they're on code and stuff, man. You know, you can't get them to go over here and talk about or you know, undermine another person. Go over there to the stock market and stuff. When they was over there doing Occupy Wall Street, you know, everybody knew what was going on over, but wasn't nobody talking about nothing. They were just, okay, hey, look, you see them cameras and stuff like that? Hey, look, I don't know nothing. I'm sorry this going on and stuff. I'm sorry you feel that way. That's it. I got to go to work. They ain't giving you no insight on any of that stuff that's going on in there. Trucking, oh man, they up here just telling every old thing and stuff. I'm gonna tell you, you know, another person another person and stuff, man, I'm feeling like he's an agent, trucking Asian mind. You know, Asian mind stuff, man. I'm like, I want to give this dude the benefit of the doubt and stuff and say this dude, you know, you're a cool brother. But it's too much stuff he's saying. It's too much stuff he's saying and stuff that's dog whistling to, you know, a lot of people and stuff that, okay, this is the type of stuff that's going on. You know, y'all might want to take a look at this and stuff. I'm like, dude, hey, no, we don't talk about that. We don't get up, we don't talk about that, man. No, you don't get people to get up here and leave comments and stuff about those type of issues and stuff there. You leave that alone, man. Leave that alone and stuff, man. I mean, if you're going to talk, okay, talk about the engineering and stuff. Talk about the reason why these things and stuff are failing, but don't be getting folk up here to start, you know, divulging about what they had to do and stuff, man. They, you know, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, you know, but that dude, man, I mean, it's just, I mean, I had to come to that conclusion and stuff, man. I'm like, this dude, he just, hey, it's stuff he doing stuff, man. I'm like, man, I really believe that he's an agent. I really believe that he's an agent for the FMCSA. I really believe that. I believe that the FMCSA either came to him. They either came to him and stuff, man, or he's probably an agent for the FMCSA. It's one to two. You can't tell me the difference because it's too many. He done too many suspect things. Too many. You know, and folk keep going up there and stuff and talking to him and all that other stuff there, and then, you know, next thing you know and stuff, little things start happening. And I'm like, man, who's the one that was talking about it the most? Like I said, I mean, you know, hey, we can speak about it, but it's gonna be in code. I might generalize on some stuff, but I ain't gonna be telling people, man, hey, leave the comments and stuff about your experience. No, who does that but an agent? Who does that but an agent? You know. But that's the thing there and stuff, man, is that, you know, if it's too many people that's not getting serious, right? Kareem, well, hey, you're gonna have to catch the replay. You're gonna have to catch the replay and stuff, man. Cause I done talked about so much stuff, man. I can't even go back through it and stuff, man. I can't even do a summary, you know. But, all right, so that's the situation there and stuff, man. They done with the truck and stuff. So once I get everything and stuff on, you know, we'll probably do another live feed tomorrow. I probably have to do it early though, guys. I probably have to do it early and stuff, guys. Tomorrow's probably gonna be a busy day for me. It's probably gonna be a busy day for me and stuff, but I'll try to get up here and stuff and do another one. If not, then, you know, it probably this weekend. So that's it, man. I mean, you know, shoot, this day 5 here. So go ahead, eat this food and stuff like that. Y'all know how to reach me and stuff like that. If you need to talk, just make sure that whatever you need to talk about is concerning trucking and stuff, and I'll help you as much as possible. Guys, hit me up on my Instagram page, which is Rhode Island Red Rooster 22. Rhode Island Red Rooster 22 on Instagram. I'm always posting up stuff about my 2013 Freightliner Cascadia. And with that being said, brothers and sisters, this your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. Tell you as always, continue to do your own research, fact finding, and studies. Focus on your skills every day. Until next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy, peace out.